Looking for an escape to a beautiful world? Want to be moved by a game but not have any dialogue? Then I recommend checking out this Gris review. Welcome to the Still Grizzlies channel. And today we are reviewing a game that brings out a living watercolor illustration as you explore the themes of loss and grief. What can we say about this colorful world? The feelings you get while playing, the sadness, the happy colors coming out as you explore, or the darkness closing in on you. This is a beautiful game, so I want to take a deeper dive and look more into this game today. I mean, that's why you're here, for the Gris review. First, I want to look at what makes Gris really stand out. That is the environment. It's a beautiful game. It's beautiful to look at and explore. This game is one that makes you feel like you're entering into a painted artwork, allowed to look around, but make sure you don't touch. To help bring you into this colorful world is the soundtrack. Its peaceful piano tracks immerse your eardrums while your eyes take in the swaths of art on screen. For example, as you push through the red desert, the wind billowing in your hair, you can hear the music increase. Your only warning as the world may get darker and more menacing as a gust of red dark wind blows you back. I mean, just listen here. As the music pulls back, you're left tumbled to work your way through that unrelenting wind. This is just one of the many examples for this game where the music and environment play a role together. As you explore this landscape, you'll slowly unlock more colors, bringing a more vibrant world to life. Like most platformers, you'll find ways to traverse the world that will help, like the block power you'll get that will help you stand against those turbulent winds. I won't dive too much into the powers you get, as you'll just have to play to get those powers. My point with the environment is that this is what makes Gris a game I want to play and play again. It's a creative, interactive world that literally paints a beautiful world. If your point is to just sit down after a tough day of work to explore a new and beautiful world, then I'm gonna have to say I definitely recommend this game. I know, what's this? A recommendation before we even explored other aspects of the game? I mean, let's go ahead and check those out before you solidify what you think. Gameplay is an important part of any game. It can make or break a game. A game may have a beautiful world like Gris, but have despicable gameplay, making you want to just toss the game against the wall for even indicating you should play it. We all know games like that have hurt us in the past. Gris, though, is more focused on the beauty of the world. There is gameplay, of course, or else we wouldn't be doing this review, now would we? Anyways, as we said before, Gris is a platformer, so in that sense, you'll explore, hop, jump, and smash your way to new areas. You'll get the block skill like I mentioned, and several other ways to interact with the environment that allow you to explore new areas. As you explore this world, you open up those new areas with new colors. The gameplay is very limited in what you can actually do. Now, it's not a walking simulator, that's for sure, but you're not going to be swinging punches at the bad guys. Instead, you move through the world lost, like you're the protagonist yearning to find yourself. When fighting your enemies, it's more about what you can use in the landscape to help with. Find bells to ring out a clear defense, or swim away from a scary foe. Along the way, you'll find puzzles, as the enemies aren't your only enemy here. Puzzling, I know. It's about traversing the world to open up star pathways to escape from the sadness we know lurks deep within us. As you solve the puzzles, it does feel you're moving forward to something greater as the screen pulls back to reveal a larger picture and introduces you to that newly opened area. The story for Gris leaves you wanting to know what's really going on. The protagonist doesn't talk, but she does sing, letting you know that heartbreak through her reverberating vocal cords. As you start out the game, you lose your voice, and you're left to wander the bleak countryside through deserts and so many different environments to find the way out. Without a voice, the story of Gris is played out with those puzzles and opening new stages. You face many inner demons. I won't give too much away so you can enjoy finding them out on your own. But as you progress, you find more and more in the world to get you fully wrapped up. Surprisingly, a game without words, I ended up feeling for the character and was moved myself when you finally made it to the end. You find that the story itself isn't just a wordless puzzle maze, but something more. The landscape you've explored, a dying, decaying world very much in need of repair, as something else entirely. You'll want to come back to explore that wordless world to find your voice and your way through this game time and time again. Now you've reached the end, and you want to know what my thoughts are. My thoughts on the game are simply this. The game is beautiful. Yes, it's only 3 hours long depending on your playstyle. However, the beauty of the game, the simplicity of the gameplay, which, don't get me wrong, does not take away from the game itself, and the heartfelt story left me not only wanting to play it again in the future, but also wanting more people to experience this gem of a game. With any game, there are going to be some negatives. Here I found it was hard to find my way sometimes without the use of a map, but I think that's part of the game itself, finding your way without guidance. Another negative I found would be in the gameplay itself was often frustrating and sometimes a bit confusing. Though once you figure out a new pathway or how to use a new tool, you often move forward and forget about that confusing part entirely. Now, with all that nasty business out of the way, I can give you what you're here for, and you're here to get my verdict. I say that this game is a 9 out of 10 for me. I didn't do a 10 out of 10 because I wanted something a bit longer, and something that had better, more intuitive gameplay. However, for such a short game, this one is pretty much as close to perfect as you can get. If you haven't played Gris, I recommend it now. That's right, go get it. Well, I hope you enjoyed my Gris review. If you enjoyed my video, make sure you leave a like and a comment below on what you enjoyed about this video. Also, leave a comment if you'd like me to check out other games to review or to just add to the channel. If you'd like to help support the channel, make sure you click that subscribe. This is Distilled Grizzly, wishing you best of luck with all your future games.